Okay, well, first I want to say happy Pride. You are one of the biggest allies for, everyone celebrating the month. Tell me about how you're celebrating Pride this month.
Oh my gosh, I've already started posting, but I'm definitely trying to get to every city I can. I feel like we've got to get to it since lockdown, not just for Pride, but so many of the causes I support. So today I'm flying right after I finish with you, Gina, off to Buffalo, my home state, Buffalo, New York. And I know everybody's so excited and they're driving because people in New York State, we drive. So yeah. Everyone's driving from all over to go to Buffalo for the Pride, which awesome. Makes me happy. There's not that many centers. You'd be surprised. Very few centers in rural. I can't even speak it. Let me have some coffee. In the rural areas, it's, you may not have a good center for the LGBTQ youth.
Yeah. And Margaret's meeting you. Is that right? From New Jersey.
That's right. Margaret's going to be there, my pigtailed girlfriend. And we always have so much fun together. We always have a great time. What surprises me is wherever I go with Margaret, she knows somebody. Like every time I've done an appearance with her, she's like, oh, I'm going off on a boat or I'm going to someone's country club. She goes, oh, we're having dinner with the most fabulous guys from Buffalo. I said, oh, okay, good.
Nice. So will you guys be doing like a parade or like an event, or do you know?
It's called Buffalo Pride Week, and there'll be a bunch of tents, and we're going to be in a VIP area because we're already sold out of the VIP tickets, which is so you can meet us.
Nice.
But I do make it a point to walk through and say hi to everyone because that's why I'm there, to inspire people, to give them a little love. Mm-hmm. And I'm very excited because then I'm off to Norwalk, Connecticut the following weekend for Connecticut Pride. That's another state I feel doesn't have enough shelters for the LGBTQ homeless. So going out there, and sadly, I just had to give up I was supposed to do something for fluidity, for people who are fluid or questioning. It was going to be a safe environment for a few days where I could talk to them. But my scheduling is so tight. As you know, Gina, I mean, we did everything to make this happen today. And then I'm off on my Sonja in Your City comedy tour. I've been doing it for a couple of years now.
Yeah. I'm trying to envision, because I remember the Cabaret when you did that, which was just fabulous. And I know you popped up on the Countess show. Tell me like what we can expect from a show of Sonja in Your City.
Yeah, so when you come to the show, I always use local talent. So I'll have a local drag queen, a local stand-up artist who will start the evening. And then I come out with my two castmates, Douglas Whittick and Matt Brooks. So they are the, standing team that we travel together. Mm-hmm. And it's improv. I do improv. I remember Andy Cohen saying you could always count on me when I come on the show, like to have an off the cuff quip. So that's what I do. We do have 3 songs: Baddest Bitch on the Upper East Side, Straw That Stirs the Drink, and Sonja in Your City. So those are sort of the bones of the show. And then in between, we do some skits with I have to have more coffee, with the audience.
Okay. So, I've always wondered, you are literally like the Lucille Ball of RHONY. Like we know if it's going to be fun and funny, you always bring it. Where did this come from, Sonja? Were you like the class clown growing up, or were you always making people laugh?
I can't believe this. I was the class clown, and my teacher would always say, stop talking in the back of the room. And I was never the one to sit in the front because I always wanted to hang out in the back and have my own party going all the time. I don't follow direction very well, but I did well in school. But the thing is, I was distracting. That's what my teacher said. You always do fine, but you're distracting to your classmates. I mean, let's just say public speaking was my forte. Like in college, I did pretty well at that. But I think that's helped me out with my philanthropy because I can always spread the word and in a positive way. I don't know if you know this, I'm a top 3 performer on Cameo, where I do these personal videos. And I can't believe it. I've been there almost 2 years and I'm still in the top 3 with 2 comedians. So it makes me happy that I found my way, that this is what I can do. I make people feel great about their 50th birthday.
Yeah. Well, so what makes you laugh? Like what do you see and you're like, oh my God, that is so funny? Is there anything like particular?
Just the stupidest things I notice when I do the improv, the show, people like farts and poops and sex and just, childlike things. And I think we should remember that. Definitely during lockdown, I got in touch with my child side again and, convening with nature, all that kind of stuff. So it's important. And that's another reason I wanted to do the show again, because I did it before COVID and then we had to lock down. And I realized all the artists were not working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I was working. I was filming Real Housewives, not the way I was accustomed to, because we could only have, like 10 people.
Yeah.
And restaurants had to be cleared out for us and, a mask until the point we're actually filming and eating. And it just put a damper on the whole season, that and the politics and everything going on. So I'm looking forward to, getting back on television and sharing my message, worldwide actually again. Yeah. But it's been good doing the Sonja in Your City because people get up on stage and I interact with them. And then we cut off the meet and greet at 99. They'll sell out in half an hour. Oh, the 99 meet and greet. Because that's what people are really coming for, is to interact with their girl from Real Housewives. But the show's very entertaining.
Yeah, I am so sure. Now, do you sometimes even bring special guests? Like if you're in New Jersey, could Margaret maybe pop in, or maybe one of the women from the other cities, or Captain Lee in Florida or something? Or
yeah, that's right. Like, so I'll have the girls from Atlanta coming when I do Atlanta.
Awesome.
And when I do Montclair, New Jersey, the girls from New Jersey will be there. And I of course invite them because I love to see them and hang out backstage.
Yeah.
But, I have friends all over the place. So when I was in Dallas, I have so many girlfriends there and they came. And it is a good way to get in touch with my local friends as well, and supporters. Like San Antonio, I always stay at La Cantera. So I was there and hanging out with my friends there. Yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah.
It's a great way to roll when people are still partially locked down,
Yeah, we are in a weird limbo-y weird space right now. That's sure. I have to ask you about the Infamous Townhouse, which is another cast member of RHONY, basically. That is such a beautiful piece of property. I was in touch with one of the $1 Million Listing guys, Tyler Whitman, who's like, girl, you can clean up right now in the Upper East Side. So what are you thinking right now?
It's interesting you said that, because just before COVID, I had a full offer. I don't even know if I should say horrendous. I mean, just a lot of money, full offer, cash with everything in it, right? Somebody that watches the show and she's a businesswoman that owns 6 or 7 different homes. She wanted it as is, with my Hunslonums, with the Murano chandeliers from Milan, all the antiques except for the Morgan and the Adams pieces. Yeah. I'd have to take those obviously for my daughter. But I started that deal with her in January, and February she pulled out. Both our lawyers were about to exchange financial reports and all that. Nope, because of COVID. So now I couldn't rent it forever. That was killing me. Not working, not filming the show, and carrying the house, which was fine when my daughter was, using the house a lot. She's a junior now in college. So I don't need this house, right? So what I did is put it back on the market and got it rented. Okay. So that renter's leaving. This is so weird. This renter's leaving the end of the month. And so when I start filming again, I'm going to be in the house again. People are going to be like, what?
Yeah. Oh, wow. So here's a weird question. I know Ramona was going to go into real estate. Would you ever let Ramona sell the house?
I don't work with friends. I just don't. And I love Ramona at her job. She's been doing quite well from what I saw when I went to visit her with Luann and we were doing our French accents and acting like a lesbian couple. I mean, she impressed me. And she did pass her exam, so she has her license now. Cool. So yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Michael Lorber from $1 Million Listing, he's one of my best friends, closest friends. And I wouldn't use him. And Josh Flagg's my other best friend.
I know.
Our videos are viral. I do the OnlyFans stuff, and then I do TikTok, and those things go crazy on there.
Yeah, I got to ask you, that visit that you had at Josh's house with the flooding. I mean, I was like, did that really happen? That really happened?
Well, we love to exaggerate, or else we wouldn't be on TV.
Okay.
Or even like entertaining in real life if we didn't exaggerate. But they never use the guest room tub because they shower. So when I started running it, it started leaking into the kitchen. And of course, Josh blames me for everything. And then he was like saying I took his car and left it in the street. I mean, it was hilarious. And I was sleeping with his Academy Award. I said, it's broken. It was broken. No, the two of us together are ridiculous. We always go out and we sing together. Actually, we do Hello Dolly and other skits when we're at gay bars or if we're at a charity. And, at his wedding, we sang. We do sing song skits. We're not singers. We're goofballs, but a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you met his new boyfriend yet, or?
No, but my daughter, who, she's in college and from Philly, she knows people who know him.
Oh,
I think from his fraternity, she's in a sorority. I don't know this. I didn't live this life, but they all know about him. So in other words, he's quite young.
Yeah. Okay.
I love Bobby. I went to the wedding with Bobby and I'm like, they don't really have permission from me to get divorced without discussing it with me. The last time I stayed there was no mention of it. Everything was copacetic. Everything seemed great. But I guess that's what I have heard. I haven't talked to Josh personally other than text, just that it is amicable. There are friends.
Yes.
And so that's always good.
Yes, and it seems like Bobby's friends with the boyfriend too. Like they all follow each other on Instagram. Like so I'm sort of like, okay, it's good. So
yeah, it's good. I always like that about Luann. She stayed friendly with her ex-husband, and he still pays the bills. Yeah. That's lovely. Yeah. I wish I had an ex-husband that still paid the bills and I could actually talk to. Because, we were in love, my husband and I. And sometimes they say when you're so in love and you get married because you really love each other, that's when it's very hard to divorce.
Yeah.
And it can quickly turn from love to, I don't want to see your face. Yeah. So I always like that Luann. And Ramona's friendly with her husband.
I know.
Again, which for Avery, I think that's everything. Yeah. It's always the best. To stay on good terms.
It is. Are you dating or seeing anybody special?
So here I am in Greenwich, and there's a lawyer out here that wanted to see me. It didn't work out in New York. He wasn't feeling well. Everybody's getting sick. It's either allergies or the new COVID, and hopefully not monkeypox. But he didn't know I was out here because I'm not the girl to chase the guy. So he texted me back yesterday. He goes, "Oh, I'm feeling better. I'd love to come see you." I go, "I'm on a plane. I'm off. I don't tell him what I do."
Yeah.
He has to get to know me. So I'm off to Buffalo to do Buffalo Pride. And then from there I do Norwalk, Connecticut. And from there I go to, I have 3 or 4 appearances in Manhattan. Yeah. I won't have time to see him. And then I have to go to my Sonja in your city. I'm doing Paramount, New York, Montclair, New Jersey, Columbus, Ohio, Atlanta, Georgia. Now, when I first started, I was doing like 250, 300 to a room. These are all over 1,000 and sometimes 1,700 people.
Wow, that's big.
I gotta be honest, I love the smaller venues, but now that I'm with UTA and I'm with Live Nation, you gotta sell more tickets to have, a bigger team and to take it to the next level. So I'm trying it. I'll figure it out. But the big rooms are phenomenal. It's just I can't get out there and see everybody. Like I can't go up to the, what do you call that, upstairs? I can't go up there.
Yeah, that's now if people in all these cities want to get tickets, can they go to your website to get them for the Sonja in your city?
Yeah, it's sonjainyourcity.com. And like I said, if you get a VIP ticket, we see each other before the show. And I always bring my Sonja sangria. I have white and red. And I just did an appearance out here in Greenwich. And then I went to a girls' luncheon to catch up with all my friends. And I brought the Sonja sangria. And everyone loves it, including my daughter, who's very fussy.
That's great. Now, where can we get the Sonja sangria?
Well, they sell it everywhere now, but you can get it online. It's shipped for free. SonjaSangria.com. It ships for free, but you can also, you can go to a store in Connecticut or New York or New Jersey or Alberta, Canada. I mean, and get it.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know.
I think all the stores are listed on the site. Sonja Sangria.
Okay, fabulous.
And speaking of my daughter, she went public on Instagram. I couldn't sleep. Quincy Adams Morgan. I couldn't sleep for like 3-4 days, and she's handling it so well, Gina. She's a scholar first. She even says, basically, I'm a student, right? She's a scholar, but she happens to wear clothing very well, and she's the way I was when I was in my 20s.
She's admitting you. She is definitely a reflection of you. That is, yes.
Back then, though, Gina, I was very demure, and I, crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's and played by the rules. Now I don't care. Who do I have to answer to at this point?
Yeah.
But she is dating. She's always had a boyfriend. She's a straight A student. She's had summer jobs. She's been an intern since she's 14. She's doing so well. And that's great though that, she wasn't on the show. She really had her own, as much as we would have loved to have seen her, you really were good keeping her private, I think, It's different for every kid. I was talking to Teresa Giudice, and we do a lot of appearances together. We're girlfriends. Yeah. We became really good friends after she got out of jail. Before, no. So she has a daughter with the same birthday as mine. That daughter doesn't like television, and the others do. So see, it depends on your child. My daughter was so shy before. Mm-hmm. And like I said, she's living a very private life, and, she's doing a lot behind closed doors with those families in society, as she should. I mean, I grew up that way and I did it. Now I don't, now my friends understand I'm working.
Yeah. Yeah. What does she want to do when she graduates?
She's really an entrepreneur. She's a natural prolific artist. She's had single woman shows and all of that, and gallery showing at her school when she was at her boarding school. But she's a perfect math score, perfect, SAT girl. She does like finance, but she feels like family banks are archaic.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah.
For her, she's into like entertainment finance, or maybe doing something online like a Martha Stewart would do. I don't know. She's got so many options.
Wow.
Well, you remember Martha was the first to have a paper print magazine and online. Yeah. I'm not saying my daughter would do a lifestyle brand. I'm just saying she would probably be more into something that's going to be like that, revolutionary.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see what she does, because her mother is so incredible. I mean, you are an entrepreneur, Sonja. I mean, we've watched this, so that's very inspirational for her. Love it. So I don't
know, like when people say, well, you have to reinvent yourself. It's not really that. I always give advice to people, whether they're, in their 20s about to graduate from college, or if their mom's like me coming out of a divorce or going back to work. Basically, you reach deep into yourself and say, what do I like doing? Who do I like working with? What makes me feel good? And I know we get this advice when we're younger, except you're hustling to make the money, to pay the bills. So you do that. But in the meantime, you should always keep in touch with who you really are. Yeah. And who would have known I'd go from, a Fashion Institute of Technology student into having a fashion collection and highlighting it on my show and at Century 21, at Walmart's, and all of this due to the show and my contacts through them. And then, leading on my education again. Always get your education if you can. And then also doing the comedy, because like you said, I've always been the class clown. And so that's been great. And then I could sell my Sonja Sangria and everything on the road.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Well, before I let you go, I think we're all holding our breath. We desperately need RHONY back. Do you have any tea to spill, Sonja?
Oh my God, wherever I go, people ask me, when is RHONY coming back? Me too. I want to get back to it because I haven't been working since before last summer on the show. Yeah. So hang in there. Good news to come. there's too many of us very talented girls from Real Housewives of New York, 13 seasons. I've been on the show 12 years. Yeah. And I came in season 3.
Yeah.
The other girls have been doing it longer, Ramona and Luann, and just trust they're not going to let intellectual property like that go bye-byes in the world. Come on, somebody has their eyes on us. And if you read Variety magazine, I announced in there myself, UTA, and Live Nation, my collaboration for Sonja in Your City. Next, Andy gave a wonderful article to Variety about his thoughts for the Real Housewives of New York. He talked about a Legends group. He talked about a diversified and new group. So I'm excited. I mean, if that happens, won't we all be happy?
Yes, I think we definitely will all be happy. So, okay. Well, so for right now, we can actually see you in one of your cities or at a pride event. So
that's right. I do book for private events left and right. I'm just all over the place with those. And then the Sonja in Your City. Sonja in Your City is a big job. I do it more, not for the money, but more for seeing people and making them feel good, and the self-deprecating laughter, letting people know they're not alone, and to be able to support my artists and get back out there. It's my world. If you saw Paper Mag on my show, my party, if you see my fashion shows, all my models are very diversified, from men wearing dresses to transgender to 5'2" girls to 6'2", from a ginger to a blonde to a Black American, opening the show. So that's what I really like to do, is to see everyone. I was very sad to lose the Century 21 chief lifestyle officer position, because that was my way to see people on a one-to-one basis at the store with sort of retail therapy. But they're coming back. I saw they're coming back. So I think I have pretty good karma. If Century 21 gets their wheels on the ground, I'm pretty sure they're going to be calling me.
That would be fantastic. Yeah, that was heartbreaking. That was really heartbreaking. So that would be fantastic to see this all come back again. And
it would be for all of us.
Yes, absolutely.
For the community, because the Gindys are like that. They want to do that. They have people working with them for 60, 70 years. I didn't even get in the line for the bankruptcy for the other half of my payment. I was just like, these people have been with them forever. Everybody's been there 30, 40 years, and some people have been there forever. So if they come back and I can come back with them, it's good for the community. Everyone loved the store. Yes. And I'd love to film with them again. Good people.
Yes. Well, I'm hearing filming, so it sounds like you're very optimistic that,
Oh yeah, me. Come on, Gina. I'm a manifester. I'm a manifester. I take a bath. Everyone asks me how I look young. I take a bath every day with salts and oils, and I manifest my dreams, light my abundance candle, and make it come true.
Yes. Well, we are putting it in the universe that we'll not only see you on the road, but we're going to see you back on Bravo. Hopefully sooner than later. So
yeah, well, you're going to see me back. And then also you'll see me in my townhouse.
Sonja, that townhouse is, I know it's hard, but it's so beautiful. I mean,
it's so beautiful. So I'll get in there, I'll zhuzh it up after the renter and see what happens. Maybe I'll sell, maybe I'll keep it.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to stay tuned, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gina.
Appreciate it so much. All right. And hopefully we'll see you in your city.
Yes, in your city or my city.